Hey, what's going on, everyone? Soul here, and welcome to my recap of the Square Enix DFFOO global stream that was streamed live today, February 22nd, I almost said 2020, 2021. Still getting used to that. I'm not used to that quite yet. So before I start, of course, as always, big thanks to my friend Galano PCP for giving me the slides for the stream. I was not able to catch it live per usual, so thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Also, we did hit the stream rewards, so the usual 3,000 gems, draw tickets, armor tokens, and then I think we're also getting a power stone as well. So that's really neat. But yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to cover before I started. A link to the original stream on Square Enix's Twitch channel, I will leave a link to in the description below if you guys would like to check it out yourself. But yeah, let's get started. So first and foremost, before they actually started the stream, you might be wondering why I have a picture of fat, smiling, face-up Vincent here on the left. They actually touched upon Vincent and his LD in Global. If you have perhaps been living under a rock and you weren't aware, Vincent's LD as a Global First in Global has been met with, let's say, less than stellar reviews. Some people really love it. Some people think it's terrible, and then it's very, very strange to me because people are either all the way on one side or all the way on the other, and it's hard to find people that just genuinely appreciate the weapon. It's kind of funny because Balthier, when he dropped, he got a lot of shit too, but people calling him niche and whatnot, but at least everyone was in agreement that Balthier's auras, well, most everyone, are really, really good. It's very, very hard to find people that are in agreement on Vincent's LD, and it appears that the devs have been listening. Now, I'm going to try and keep this as true to what Joshua said on the stream because he mentioned a couple times not to twist his words or take things out of context. He was basically just kind of reading a statement about it. So I will try to do the same thing. But basically what he said is as follows. They have heard the feedback regarding Vincent and his LD weapon, and they are coming at it from a bunch of different ways on the development team, trying to figure out how to move forward. Now, he also stressed this does not mean that there is going to be something changed about the weapon. This does not mean that something will not be changed about the weapon. We aren't even guaranteed details about this in the future. Like an update on this situation. They are discussing it and trying to figure out what they want to do with this. Because, as Joshua said, multiple times, the community's feedback is very important to them, which is terrific. I mean, as a player base, you really can't ask for anything more than that. So they have listened. I'm sure he has read. I'm sure he's read lots and lots of very, very constructive comments too. Oh gosh, but they have looked at a ton of feedback from all different websites: Reddit, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, etc., etc., etc. And they are talking as a team, trying to figure out what to do with this. Now, again, there's no guarantee anything will be done, but I did think it was interesting enough and noteworthy enough to at least mention it here. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below to their Twitch page if you guys would like to listen to it as well. He started talking about 8 minutes and 20 seconds in and then ended about 12 minutes and 40 seconds. So about 4 minutes, give or take, talking about this. But I just thought it was interesting. I personally did not pull for Vincent's LD. I was on the side that just wasn't really impressed enough by the LD to draw for it. But if and when they do adjust it in some way, I would, of course, revisit the situation and see if I want to draw for it then. The hope is that, if obviously they do adjust it at some point, they will bring his banner back. Kind of like, not the situations are necessarily the same, of course, but kind of like how they brought Locke with his banner, with his EX. They brought that back at one point. They kind of had a repeat where you couldn't get the rewards again from the event, but the event was brought back along with the banner. So maybe they'll do something similar. Maybe they'll reopen the Vincent Abyss and then bring his banner back. I don't know. If they do and they do adjust things again, I'll take a look at it. I wasn't impressed the first time around, but who knows? Maybe they will do something. They'll add something, or they'll give him a slight rework or something. I don't know. This is all pure speculation from me. But yeah, at the end of the day, Joshua just wanted us to know that, hey, they're listening. They're looking at all of the feedback they've received as a dev team, and they're trying to figure out where to go next. And that was basically it. There were no concrete details whatsoever. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's pretty exciting for me that they saw the less than warm reaction to the weapon and are talking about what they can possibly do about it. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Now let's move on to the actual slides and get some of that goodness going too. So per usual, the stream started off with the various additions and QOL improvements, talking about some additions and changes coming to the game. February 24th, after the maintenance, there's going to be an additional co-op option called Either. Use the Either option of the game automatically choose between host or guest, depending on server status. So I'm sure we've all been there where you just want to just get a couple bells in real quick, and you go to host and just no one's joining, or you try and pick guest and it just sits there for 15 seconds, then it comes up with no games found or whatever. So having this Either option is pretty cool. Should hopefully streamline the process a little bit. Also, there's going to be token exchange related filters added, passive acquired and passive not yet acquired. And that's it. That's all the QOLs that are going to be dropping in the month of, late February, early March. So there's that. We are getting on February 25th to the March 11th Boss Rush Garden of Despair. This is going to be the second Boss Rush. Hope is going to be getting his LD weapon and board. Ultimisha will also finally Ultimisha will also be on the banner as the burst character for her final burst banner. There we go. There's going to be a free multi-draw, and there's also going to be a token challenge called the Iron Air Raid. Now, this boss rush is actually going to be a 4-wave. The first boss rush was 3 waves. You had to use 2 teams for all the rewards. Moving forward, each boss rush is going to be 4 waves, and then you're going to need to require to use 3 teams to get all the rewards, aka a content creator's nightmare, because these videos typically average around 40 minutes plus, and yeah, it's gonna be tough. Just off the top of my head, the first wave requires thunder damage. The second wave for the orb, the second wave does not have a Infinity Orb. The third wave requires sap, and then the fourth and final wave requires a character with a damage reduction buff to be hit by an attack. Really weird, really awkward, really specific, but they had to make something for Hope to make Hope kind of featured. But yeah, I plan on, I think, probably taking Beatrix into that wave myself, because I think she'll do just fine there. But yeah, so that'll be on February 25th. And then March 1st, so we will be getting Act 3, Chapter 1, Part 1, Eternal Light. I am jacked for this. It's going to be a level 180 Chaos Story Quests co-op available until March 15th. Token Challenge, the Gorgon's Icy Gaze, and then Onion Knight will be getting his LD and Burst weapon, along with his costume. I am so hyped for Onion Knight's LD. I can barely contain myself. I'm on the fence about his burst. I think I'm going to chase it. I don't know. every burst I chase, I inexplicably pity, and people are like, well, you can afford it. And yes, I can afford it. But I don't know. I don't know. He is on Arcilla's banner, so if I do chase his burst, it'll probably be on Arcee's banner. So I'm just gonna grab his LD at first. But yeah, he's very, very good with this LD and burst weapon. There's also going to be an Act 3 opening campaign. A new act begins, celebrating the start of Act 3 with 3 first multi-draws and other fabulous bonuses. It's going to be getting some Onion Knight stickers too, which is that not bad sticker. That is nice. I love that. It's going gonna be limited time event missions, clear Act 1 chapters for guard tokens and weapon pages. Weapon book pages, rather. And then limited time chocobo panel missions, clear Act 2 chapters for EX power tokens and more. So EX power tokens, they're kind of showering us with those here recently, where we had the login bonuses where you could get 3 up to 3 per week, so for a grand total of 12. They're doing pretty well with those EX power tokens. I definitely appreciate it. It's nice to have a little fallback option in case you get an LD early and you don't have the EX. Also, 9 million downloads campaign. It's good to see this game still going strong. There's going to be an 8-day login bonus from March 1st to March 12th. Log in any 8 days, earn a total of 9,000 gems. That's a nice sticker too. That I appreciate it. Oof, I'm all over Onion Knight. I'm just all sorts of hype for him. There's also going to be the New World Hunts. Earn New World Hunt permits from limited time Act 3 missions. Exchange tokens for up to 99 draw tickets. All right then, as you guys can see there from the screen, or the picture rather, there's 10 tokens available from fighting him. So it sounds like the permits themselves are going to be limited, the number of permits you can get. So it's not going to be like you can access it every single day, it sounds like. It'll just be from specific things, but that's a lot of tokens, a lot of tickets. So that's pretty cool. Also, March 1st, we will be getting the level 80 Awakenings and World of Illusion support campaign. So Crystal Awakening, level cap lifted for Onion Knight, Gao, Snow, Saz. I almost called him Sarah. No. Not the cucked goddess. We're talking about Saz, Alice, and then Cater. And then until March 15th, World of Illusion support campaign. Ultimate boosts and missions added. Get Ramuh ready for Divine Ramuh after the end of March update. So we are getting Divine Ramuh probably at the end of March, very, very beginning of April. And to get players prepared, these 6 characters, Onion Knight, Gao, Snow, Saz, Alice, and Cater, are going to be super synergy. So what this means, for people that aren't aware, is that you can put any of these 6 in your party, and then the entire party will get that double summon board point bonus, like they did, with all the prior summon events. So if you have characters that you've just been kind of slacking getting points for, or whatever, now's your chance to really get the most bang for your buck. Take them to those old summons, slap them around a little bit with our new shiny LDs, and get some extra points too. So that's really cool. I'm happy to see that coming back. March 5th, we are getting the Sword Maiden, Arcilla's Lost Chapter. She's going to be getting her LD weapon, her board. Challenge quest on March 19th. She'll be featured in the story event, which will be on March 10th. High Doja's EX Artifact Orbs as Link Bell rewards. Renoa will be getting her costume. And March 10th, we will be getting the man in the silhouette, Theodore. His first multi-draw will be free. Onion Knight will be featured in both of these events as a burst character, and there's going to be the Tremors of Evil Tokens Challenge. Oh boy, that stage is going to be gross. Both of these Lufinias are going to be gross. Arcilla's is kind of like Beatrix's, where you have to remove a buff to make the Lufinia orb go up. And just like the Beatrix bosses, these enemies don't always buff themselves. So if you do a full wipe of buffs, dispel, there's a good chance you're going to die, because the enemies also like to delay themselves after they act sometimes, or when they enter a specific stance, which then increases the amount of turns you take, which then of course means the orb ticks down. And it's just really annoying. I'm not looking forward to this Lufinia at all. But yeah, so I am going to be drawing for Arcilla's LD. I'm thinking I'm skipping Theodore. I'm really not as high on him as I thought I would be. But yeah, Arcilla definitely. Raid event, Devourer of Light, March 15th to March 29th. Oh my god, I know people have this date circled. We're going to be getting the Raid Boss Beatback Challenge, Devourer of Light, Hellworm Braid, collect Sphere Fragments, new burst and LD banner, and Camlanau will be coming with his, back with his costume. Now this burst LD character is the reason that these people have circled this date, because it is Paladin Cecil, and Paladin Cecil, the buff that his LD weapon gives him is absolutely out of this galaxy stupid good. I mean, I can't say enough about Paladin Cecil's LD. It's a very, very loaded weapon. He's nuts. He's absolutely nuts. He's really, really I mean, his burst is really nice too, but you can just grab his LD weapon and he will be just doing miracles for your party. He's that damn good. Offers 50% brave damage extra to the entire party, 20% extra HP damage. He's got Holy Enchant and Imperil. He's got Battery. He's got Healing. He's got Overflow Healing, which raises the party's HP way above where it should be. He's got Longevity. He's good. He's very, 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 very good. Great auras. God, he's everything. I am definitely grabbing that LD weapon. I would be remiss missing that. We're going to be getting Keys' Lost Chapter, March 18th. I almost said the Reliable Painter. Yes, the Reliable Painter event, his Lost Chapter. He'll be getting his LD board. Paladin Cess will be featured here as well. And Zidane, the character that everyone didn't build because Keys exists, he's also going to be getting his costume here on this banner. I'm really excited about that. It'll be nice having Zidane in some synergy and having him hit some nice numbers again. I'm looking forward to that. Oh God. Okay. Here comes pain. Here comes agony. Dimensions End Transcendence starts March 22nd, Tier 1. And Transcendence is the next step up in terms of Dimensions End. It is going to be Lufenia missions, and they are extraordinarily difficult. I have seen so many JP players talk about this stage, particularly that enemy, this guy right here on the right with the face. They call him Hot Wheels. His wave is just insane. So let's talk about what Transcendence is. There's going to be, so as you can see here, it says perfect the 2 Crucible quests to unlock the Reckoning quest. So what this means is there are 2 gates for each tier. There's a left gate and a right gate. Each one will have their own Lufenia orb. So one gate for Transcendence Tier 1 is you have to do holy damage to raise the orb. The other gate, you have to do launch to increase the orb. And then once you then perfect those 2 quests, then you unlock the final gate. And then out of this, because you have to use 3, well, you don't have to, but to clear them, you're going to have to use 3 units for each side gate. And then from those total of 6 units you used, then you have to pick 3 of them to use in the final gate. What's frustrating is that if you find that you cannot beat the final gate with the 6 that you used, you have to start all the way over and clear the gates again with different teams and, retry the gate that way. I mean, you can retry the gate as many times as you want with the same 6, but if you find out like, oh man, like I just can't get this done, then you can't go in with like a different squad of 3 or whatever. You actually have to. Oh god. So yeah, Keys and the Burst character will be featured in co-op. Not the Transcendence. That's very important. Gabranth will be getting his costume and his LD weapon, and then Token Challenge will be until April 5th. The Unceasing Circle, normal and hard. So I am very, very afraid of Transcendence, because not only do you have to beat Lufenia missions with no support, but each Lufenia mission, these gates have their own crystal colors. So the one you have to bring a white crystal character, and the other one you have to bring a light blue. So this made Paladin Cecil a very, 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 very popular pick for this stage. And Cloud was also a very, very popular pick for this stage because of the launch. Now, if you have a Burst character in your comp, the Burst character gives the entire party synergy. So this increases their stats. So trying to beat one of these stages without a Burst character in the team is very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. It can be done, but it's not easy and at all. At all. So yeah, I just can't really do justice for how ridiculously difficult this first tier is going to be. I think this is going to catch a lot of global players off guard. Quite frankly, this is a power creep on the game side, and to the extreme. I mean, it's going to be like a slap to the face. So, good luck. Or just for people that want to start brainstorming, I plan on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I plan on taking Arden, Arcilla, and Kuja to the Holy Node Orb side. Kuja, of course, the Enchant and Peril to everyone. And then Arcee can HP silence. Now, the enemies on that wave hit extremely hard. They have an AoE HP, Brave HP attack, and you will get ganked if you don't have some sort of way to either reduce the damage or block the damage outright. So Arcee HP silence, good stuff. The other node, I think I'm going to run Cloud, go Branth, and then I would have ran Ramza, but I think that side has melee resistance. So I'm going to have to run an Enchant / Imperiler. I'm going to, maybe I'll try and run Desh. I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be tough. And then I think in the final gate, then I'll run Cloud, Gabranth, and maybe Arcilla. I don't know yet. I need to figure out who. But I would love Paladin. Like I said, Paladin Cecil is an extremely popular pick for the White Crystal Gate, and then for the final gate as well. He really makes this very manageable. But I would like to actually save him for a future Transcendence stage, because this goes by Dimensions as rules, guys, where these 6 characters that you use for each tier are locked out. So, you know, you really do have to be careful with who you use, because if you want to free somebody, guess what you got to do all over again? You have to do everything all over again. You know, the gates and then the main node as well. So I'm going to try to do without Paladin Cecil. I would love to save him for a future one, because his auras are that good and he's that amazing that he just kind of shines for a long time. So I want to save him, try and use Arcilla and in his place, and you know, we'll see what happens. But that was actually the end of the stream, guys. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this upcoming month and the Vincent news in particular. I think that's very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' thoughts about it and what this potentially means for him moving forward in global. You know, do you guys think they're gonna adjust the weapon, maybe give him a rework, or do you think they're just gonna leave things as is? I'd love to hear about it. Your poll plans as well for this upcoming month. Just yeah, let me know, guys. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it, and yeah, it was nice. It's nice making another video for you guys. Content's been kind of on a slow drip here lately, so I've been able to really kind of have fun and goof off with people so in a while. So yeah, I do have a Discord server. I goof off and meme in there all the time. I'll have a link in that in the description below if you guys would like to check that out. Otherwise, you guys have a great night. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys again here very soon. Take care, everyone. See you later.